Hello everyone, GalacticStorm here. Welcome to the show. And today, well, I'm going to be doing another deck. I've been doing a lot of Nod, haven't I? I don't know, I just love the faction. This deck, I accidentally found by mistake, and I thought, let's just give it a try, mash up all these units together just to resemble the strong arm air deck that I've made earlier. The one with the riflemen, the missile squad, and then just have the grenadiers on it as the enforcement, and then just have the talons, the mohawk, and then, well, the hammerhead. This one is the closest equivalence that I could find within Nod, and I'm just as surprised as this thing works as well. So, like I said, this deck's based on the strong arm air deck that I've made, or that I've made from Captain Benzie. But this is the closest equivalence. So what you want to do with this deck is very similar to what you would do with a strong arm air deck. You would hold the pads, and you would harass the everlasting fuck out of the harvesters in this one. So you can use all these units just to distract them, or you can just distract them with the base in that too. So what are we going to be using for units? Well, for starters, we're going to be using the Hand of Nod with the militants for starters. Take down infantry, scout, you know the drill with these guys. Same thing applies with the laser squads, except they're really good against anti-vehicles and air. So you can use them just for a whole bunch of situations, and you can even use them against tanks too. And then the units that replace the grenadiers are the mutant marauders. They don't have the stun ability like the grenadiers, but they do have a big cannon that does a lot of damage, and they also have the ability to go through Tiberium fields and not get infected or get damaged. So that's a huge plus. So if you're going to use these for harvester rushes, you don't have to worry about them losing health and all that. And then we go into the War Factory, in which we'll have the attack bikes to take on air and vehicles. And they can also work really well in taking down the harvesters too for a rush. And then the closest equivalent for the Razorback or Talon, well, the Chem Buggy. The Chem Buggy, it's a hit and run vehicle. It sprays those gas clouds, and those gas clouds do a whole bunch of damage on infantry. So they can do a lot, and if you compare this with the militants, if you're taking on zone troopers and that, use the militants to distract the zone troopers and cyborgs, and then the chem buggy basically drowns them. So it works really well, but it is as vulnerable as a buggy, so it doesn't have as much health. So you do have to be careful on that part. And even those clouds will also leave another effect, which we'll explain it with the commanders. And then, lastly, is the Stealth Tank, the most expensive option within this deck. So you can use them for hit and runs, take on the larger vehicles, the tech units, the air units that are going to be threatening you in the sky. So it works as a very viable option, but it is very vulnerable, just like the Chem Buggy. So just do be warned. And for commanders, you've got two. For starters, I like to use Oxana. Because of the rushes and that, you can increase the attack speed and the speed of the unit, but at the cost of reducing the health, and it will make the progress of battles go faster if it not goes their way. And then the second one is Jade. Jade, with those gas clouds, those things will basically do huge explosions, and it will kill all kinds of air and ground units. And that also includes the most toughest of tech and temple units too. And even the chem buggy itself can also be used as a catalyst because of the gas that it holds in that. So I'm going to stop this video right here for a second and just show you what I mean. So you can see I have a chem buggy basically running around, and there is at least 3 to 4 MG squads with this picture here. And it has a harvester nearby. And you can see there's a whole bunch of these gas clouds in. And it can basically do the equivalent of an ion cannon strike with each one. So as you can see with the catalyst missile here, well, you pretty much know what's going to happen. It basically wipes out all those MG units and it took down the severely damaged or even took down the harvester. I can't really remember, but it does really good when it comes to that. You can also use the chem buggy to also use it as to wipe out the enemy base, but this is kind of dangerous from my end. So my advice: use them for defense. But if you are very confident and the enemy is just as weak, use it to destroy the enemy base. It'll end it very quickly and instantaneously compared to like a missile strike and that. So yeah, that's the deck I've been doing. So thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And be sure to look at my Facebook page down below. And until then, Galactic Storm saying, keep charging, bitches.
Offline. Do you believe in that thing? This so cancel.